Hi fellow Pisces, this is your general energy reading for the week of August 3rd through the 7th. I will be getting clarity on a situation that you'll be dealing with that week, and then afterwards I'll get some advice from your guides. To start off, the overall energy for this reading is the reverse Two of Pentacles. So this is around a poor decision or around making poor decisions. For the recent past, you have the Two of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the Emperor, and the Ten of Swords. So you were recently focused on cutting ties with a connection or a situation. After indecision or delaying making a decision in the situation. And this focus is on cutting ties. Causes you a loss of control, a loss of self-discipline in this situation, in this connection. For some of you, this might be with a professional or some type of authority figure in your life. And this loss of control, self-discipline leads to relapse, your problems coming back. For the immediate future, you have the Hangman, the Strength card, the Five of Cups, and the Page of Cups. So this loss of control, this loss of restraint regarding this connection or the situation because of a refusal to let go, a refusal to make a decision. Causes you to focus on letting go of the past, letting go of any regrets regarding this loss of control, this loss of self-discipline, leading to seeking or finding, receiving unhappy news, discouraging news because of this relapse, your problems coming back. For the immediate outcome, you have the King of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. Because you didn't have the confidence or weren't very effective and at letting something go, you didn't take any action because of your refusal to let go and make a decision. You're really focused on releasing this toxic situation, this connection. But there is starting to feel that loss of control, that loss of self-discipline creep in. But that leads to deciding not to connect to this person. Not to connect with them for unhappy news, discouraging news. I went ahead and pulled a few clarification cards to get a clear picture of what's going on underneath for you. But the overall energy for the reverse Two of Pentacles, you have the Queen of Cups, the Strength card, and the Chariot. So there's this poor decision, this poor decision making on your part by choosing the wrong path, by a loss of control, giving up control, giving up power over your life. This wrong path after a loss of control, a loss of restraint. Because of being overly, this could be around because of allowing emotions to cloud your judgment. You could be overly emotional, overly sensitive, depressed. You might be starting to become codependent on someone else. For the recent past, for the Two of Swords, you have the Wheel of Fortune, the Justice card, and the Sun. This indecision, this delaying making decision around because of lack of clarity, or could be having unrealistic expectations in a situation. After deciding to delay making a final decision, a final outcome, a final verdict or official verdict in the situation, after unpleasant change or delays or setbacks to the positive changes you were trying to make. For the Emperor, you have the Hierophant, the Five of Wands, and the Seven of Cups. And this is leading to a loss of control, a loss of self-discipline regarding gaining clarity on an unclear path. After bringing it into your feelings of conflict regarding connecting to some type of alternative connection or non-traditional connection. This could be, for some of you, a alternative spiritual connection. For the Ten of Swords, you have the Tower, the Page of Pentacles, and the Temperance. This is leading to relapse, problems coming back through imbalance. This could be impatience or disharmony within you after receiving negative news or focusing on immature distractions regarding sudden change or sudden loss. I have a feeling this sudden change is in regards to the, I'm not going to clarify it, but I have a feeling it's in regards to this receiving this negative news or these distractions. For the immediate future, for the Hangman, you have the Four of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups. For there's a loss of control, a loss of restraint because of this refusal to let go, refusal to make a decision, a refusal to move on from this lack of clarity, these unrealistic expectations, so that you can regain your long-term stability. There's something revolving around your long-term stability after missing out on an opportunity because of delaying or creating setbacks to the positive changes you were trying to make. For the Five of Cups, you have the Four of Wands, the Nine of Cups, and the Eight of Pentacles. So you're trying to focus because of this loss of control, this loss of self-discipline. You're trying to let go of the past by not putting any effort or focus into gaining clarity, by trying not to focus on regaining your happiness or regaining satisfaction because of a loss of happiness, a loss of satisfaction after not being able to find support or stability in this connection, maybe self-doubt. For the Page of Cups, you have the Hermit, the Six of Cups, the Ace of Wands. And this trying to let go of the past leads to receiving some unhappy, discouraging news after a delay a delay in some type of creative burst or something that you desire or enthusiastic about. This delay led to some impatience or some disharmony. But this delay in something that you desire, this unhappy news, this discouraging news through this, after deciding to reconnect with a past person or past situation so that you can connect with someone for advice and guidance regarding this sudden change or sudden loss. For the immediate outcome, for the King of Wands, you have the Page of Cups, the Six of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords. So you're very ineffective at this. You're not able to take action through loss, separation, so that you can focus on moving on to a new path. After receiving unreliable help and support centered around your long-term stability regarding or through happy news, encouraging news. Because of a continued missing out on opportunity that's causing delays to positive changes that you should be making or need to be making or want to be making. For the King of Swords, you have the Five of Swords, the Judgment, and the Moon. So there's a sense of you're trying to release this toxic connection, but it looks like there's starting to lose control, lose a self-discipline around revealing hidden truths after receiving an announcement or wanting so that you can hear gossip, blame, unfair accusations. After bringing into your conflict or battle around not connecting with someone for a lack of support or instability or self-doubt in a connection. And it leads you to not connecting to this person. You have the Three of Pentacles, the Death card, and the Ace of Pentacles. You decide not to connect with this person, this connection. You go through a major transformation, a major change, and a 180 in what you were heading towards. You decide to bring it into accepting opportunities and offers through for new creative burst or new beginnings. That's something you desire, interested, enthusiastic about. You bring it into that, and this leads to a beginning of not committing to a collaboration or an event or meeting with this connection for advice and guidance. This could be just for general or specifically around this sudden change or sudden loss. Now let's see what your guides have to say. Any advice for the Pisces watching? Voyage. A journey is coming. Rather than staying in a safe harbor, let your sails unfurl to the wind. The universe aptly knows, cherishes, and protects you as you ride the currents of your life. I guess you're going somewhere. Your life is a spiritual voyage, and it isn't always what it seems. There have been no wrong turns. Every adventure and misadventure was a part of this course. You're a sacred traveler on a pilgrimage to your soul. There's always a deeper meaning to your life's journey than what appears on the surface. Even when you're sailing through dark waters and stormy seas, if you allow yourself to feel it, you'll know that you've always been seen, loved, and cherished by the universe, the Creator, and your angels. And we were looking for an affirmation. They give, I am safe and loved, no matter where I am. And that is it for the Pisces reading, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.